All right, here we go. It was absolutely frustrating and honestly kind of unbelievable to watch the Buccaneers' defense crumble against the Pats' ground attack. Oh man, TreVeyon Henderson just sliced through like a hot knife through butter. Can you believe he racked up 147 rushing yards and dashed in for 2 touchdowns? That 69-yard touchdown gallop was insane. Truly a game-shifting moment, flipping the momentum completely in favor of New England. I mean, come on, where was the run defense? Those gaps they left open were massive. Listen, Baker Mayfield was dealing with 273 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. So offensively, the Bucs were buzzing. But their defense, it was just not at the races. They got exposed big time. It's crazy because even with Tyke Smith grabbing that interception, the overall defensive strategies felt like they were miles behind. Seriously, they need to tighten up, adapt, and start matching that offensive energy. But look, we've got to talk about what this means going forward. How do they plug those run defense holes? And hey, if you're vibing with the analysis, make sure to subscribe for more post-match breakdowns. Speaking of hole pluggers, we absolutely have to dive into the force of nature that was TreVeyon Henderson in this matchup. Man, what a show. Henderson wasn't just running down the field, he was downright unstoppable against the Buccaneers. 147 rushing yards, 2 crucial touchdowns. Those aren't just numbers, they're statements. It was like he had some secret code to unlock the Bucs' defense. Let's break down that electrifying 55-yard rush he pulled off early in the second half. It was the kind of play that not only surged the Patriots ahead, but also pulled the curtains wide open on Tampa Bay's defensive frailties. I mean, you could almost feel the shift. Then, remember that breathtaking 69-yard touchdown dash in the fourth quarter? Henderson completely outran, outmaneuvered, and outthought every defensive back in his way. It wasn't just speed, it was surgical precision. That's the hallmark of a player who reads defenses like an open book. For the Patriots, Henderson's performance wasn't just a nice addition, it was pivotal, creating physical dominance that their offense capitalized on. Now, if you're the Buccaneers, you suddenly start thinking, how do we prevent that from happening again? Because as much as this was a statement game for Henderson, it was also a clear sign that Tampa Bay need a solid game plan for such explosive talents. Strategically, you've got to think that the Patriots might lean into this, right? But let's not get ahead. We still have Baker Mayfield and the Bucs' offensive resilience to mull over. Speaking of resilience and offensive firepower, Baker Mayfield was the catalyst for Tampa Bay's spirited comeback attempt in this thrilling showdown. Standing tall in the pocket, Mayfield showcased his trademark grit and accuracy, completing a whopping 28 out of 43 passes for 273 yards. I mean, his performance was rock solid, putting 3 touchdowns on the board, you know? And those connections with Emeka, Egbuka, wow, they were flawless, racking up 115 receiving yards and a touchdown. It was honestly exciting to watch that chemistry unfold, especially against a defense as dynamic as the Patriots. But here's the thing, Mayfield's performance wasn't just about statistics. It was about his ability to read the field, his precision in finding tight windows in the Patriots' back line. I mean, the guy was threading the needle. Also, let's not forget those 2 brilliant touchdown throws to Tez Johnson. That's where you really see Mayfield's arsenal at its best, right? His quick release, sharp decision-making, and poise under pressure gave the Bucs hope when everything seemed to be slipping away. But, and it's a big but, his brilliance at the helm wasn't enough to cover for those defensive holes we've harped on about. Tampa Bay might cough up points on the defensive end, but there's no doubting their offensive pedigree, with Mayfield steering the ship. The focus moving forward has to be drawing on these strengths while shoring up their defense, because, really, Mayfield's poised to turn playmaking into winning if they can balance this act. So, what's the scene looking like for the Bucs moving forward? Let's dive in next. Stay tuned. So coming off Baker Mayfield's solid showing, we've got to talk about how the Patriots absolutely ran the show with their ground game. This was huge, like game-changing huge. The way New England managed to leverage their rushing attack speaks volumes about their strategic brilliance. Now, listen, TreVeyon Henderson was the man of the moment with his 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. Crazy stats, right? And let me tell you, Tampa Bay just could not contain him. The Bucs' defense had gaps so wide Henderson could have built a house in there. Henderson had an insane amount of room to maneuver, and every time he hit the line, it felt like Tampa's defense was caught napping. Here's the thing, the Patriots didn't just run the ball, they executed a masterclass in tactical diversity. They mixed short passes with crush runs, keeping the Buccaneers guessing all game long. It was as if Tampa had to solve a puzzle that kept shifting shapes. Drake May did his part, making sure the passing game was on point, but the real star was Henderson and his ability to find space and make plays happen. Moving forward, if you're Tampa Bay, you've got to learn from this loss and plug those defensive holes, because opponents will exploit them over and over again if given the chance. Certainly for the Patriots, this ability to blend rushing and passing effectively, it's like the secret sauce to keep them riding high. This kind of game plan can absolutely pave the way for further triumphs if they hold onto it. Competitive edges in the NFL often come down to tactical mastery, and once again, New England showed they've got it in spades. Speaking of tactical mastery, you can't ignore the influence Egbuka had on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' offensive efforts. Honestly, even though the Patriots took home the win, Egbuka was a standout force on the field. With a stunning 115 receiving yards and a crucial touchdown, he was literally the go-to guy for Baker Mayfield when the Bucs needed to make things happen. Right? When you're looking at how they managed to stay competitive, it all starts with Egbuka's dynamic presence. You see, in moments where the Buccaneers needed to ignite a spark, Egbuka was there, ready to exploit gaps in the Patriots' secondary. And let's be clear, his skill set isn't just about being in the right place. It's his agility in route running and his precision when making those sharp cuts that give him the edge. He's like a chess player, thinking several moves ahead. And that early touchdown, pure artistry. It's these moments that can change the game, and frankly, it's exactly what Tampa Bay will need more of if they're going to tackle their middle-of-the-road defensive showings. Looking ahead, Egbuka's ongoing performance is vital for Tampa Bay. They've got to capitalize on his ability to stretch the field. If Tampa can consistently replicate these performances, especially in partnership with Mayfield, they'll keep opposition defenses constantly wary. You can sense it, Egbuka is not just another player. He could be the linchpin that determines how the Buccaneers navigate the challenges looming in their schedule. So here's the deal. Switching gears to the other side of the ball, we need to talk about the Patriots' tactical genius. It's something they mastered on Sunday. Their ability to adapt was honestly a big key in this victory. Listen, coming into this game, the Buccaneers' offense was probably on everyone's radar, right? But the Patriots, oh boy, did they have a plan up their sleeves. First off, let's dive into their defensive tactics. I mean, it was clear they made a conscious decision to contain Baker Mayfield's aerial threat, and it worked. The way they recalibrated to throw Mayfield off his game by covering threats like Egbuka was something else. These were adjustments that changed the entire landscape of the game, and then you've got their offense, which just flowed beautifully. They didn't just rely on one strategy, no, they layered it. TreVeyon Henderson was a beast, rushing for 147 yards and testing Tampa Bay's every mistake. But here's where it gets insane. Mix that in with a cool, calm Drake May, who was throwing dimes for 269 yards, and you've got a formula for success. It was like watching an orchestra, every element playing perfectly into a well-conceived strategy. So Patriots fans, here's the takeaway. Your team's adaptability isn't just about reacting, it's about controlling the narrative of the game. As the season ramps up, expect this tactical flexibility to be a vital asset in pursuing those playoff dreams. The way they managed to completely alter the flow of the game, that's not just luck, that's some serious coaching wizardry. Now let's switch gears and spotlight the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are in an intriguing spot this season. Standing at 6'3", they've been showcasing some serious offensive firepower, and you can thank Baker Mayfield for steering that ship with confidence. You look at guys like Egbuka and Tez Johnson, and it's clear why they are such a threat on the field. But here's the sticky part. Their defense, especially against the run, needs a major tune-up. When TreVeyon Henderson basically ran circles around them, that was a wake-up call. It's like every team smells blood when it comes to their run defense. Now they've got to tighten those gaps, and fast. If they can tweak their strategies and really bring those defensive adjustments into play, aligning it with that explosive offensive frontman, the potential is wild. Looking ahead to their schedule, there are games that'll test their mettle, but also lots of chances to stack wins and solidify their playoff dream. It's all about bolstering resilience on both ends of the field. For the fans and everyone watching, it's going to be nail-biting. Can they fix those leaks? I want to know what you guys think. Are we looking at legit contenders or just a pretender with heavy artillery? Drop your thoughts and let's chat it up in the comments below. Who's ready for the Buccaneers' next chapter?